Alex Jones is mostly known for conspiracy theories, selling weird supplements that purport to make your junk bigger or your muscles stronger, and also asking for money from his audience. But it turns out that he's made quite a bit of money off of selling those supplements, which calls into question why he keeps begging his own audience for money. For instance, he made a whopping $165 million from selling his sketchy supplements in a short period of time. InfoWars store, where Jones sells an amalgamation of dietary supplements and survival gear, made $165 million in sales from September of 2015 to the end of 2018. And that's according to court filings related to a lawsuit that Jones recently lost over his lies and defamation about the 2012 Sandy Hook school massacre. Now, it is fascinating that he didn't want anyone to know about this. In fact, one of the reasons why he ended up being guilty of defamation is because he just would not cooperate with the lawsuit that was brought against him. There were documents that he was asked to provide, that he was told to provide by judges, and he refused to do it. This is included in those documents that he was refusing to provide. He did not want people to know just how much money he made in such a short period of time from selling these supplements. And there's good reason for that. He makes quite a bit of money off of asking his audience to give money to him for various alleged causes. Now, Jones repeatedly ignored court orders to provide evidence in the cases against him brought by families of victims from the massacre who have accused Jones of enriching himself by spewing lies about the shooting in an effort to demonstrate the alleged link between Jones's profits and his conspiracy theories about the shooting. Lawyers for Sandy Hook families had requested detailed financial records and analytics that they said Jones ducked for more than 2 years. So it's not just that he made a ton of money off of selling these weird supplements. It's also the fact that as he was doling out various conspiracy theories, including incredibly damaging conspiracy theories about the families of Sandy Hook victims, he would notice that his profits would increase in his store for these supplements. On November 18th of 2016, Jones, for instance, aired a segment titled Alex Jones's final statement on Sandy Hook, in which he said he has watched a lot of soap operas and I've seen actors before. And I know when I'm watching a movie and when I'm watching something real. The InfoWars store made just over $100,000 that day. So it's just, look, we talk about incentives being in the wrong place, Cenk. This is a perfect example of it. He profits handsomely off of not just putting out conspiracy theories, but more importantly, putting out conspiracy theories that put the lives of the parents who lost their kids as a result of the Sandy Hook shooting in danger.
So this is an amazing story, guys, because I have context on it that most people don't. So I'm going to share that in a second. First of all, if Alex Jones said these numbers, I'd never believe it because they're so outrageously large. And I'd never believe a word he says anyway. But like Anna said, he didn't want these numbers released. They had a discovery in the lawsuit, and that's where sides have to turn over different pieces of evidence. And inside 500 pages of transcripts, there was 30 spreadsheets. They looked at the spreadsheets and they found these numbers about his store. So apparently they're real and they're stunning. So here's the context. I know that our audience is larger than Alex's, and his shop is doing at least, I mean, it's not even really close. I mean, hundreds of times more than we are, okay? How could you do 100x, 200x, etc., of a show that's larger than you? So that was the incredible mystery to me. Then as I read more and more about how he does it, it became a little bit clearer. So let me read you a quote of Alex Jones that was part of this story. So, and he does this every day, multiple times a day. So he said, in this case, it's been proven that water in the tap is full of dangerous and life-threatening toxins, ranging from chlorine to fluoride. The threat against your health is huge. That's why it's important that all info warriors clean up their water with water filtration. The products below are made to make sure that your water is clean, healthy, and toxin-free. He told them that the water is life-threatening, and that if they don't buy his filtration, they might die. That's how you sell a lot of product. You make up a conspiracy theory that whatever you're buying now is going to kill you, and you shouldn't buy that. Instead, you should buy the only thing that's gonna save your life. And what a coincidence, that's what Alex is selling. And so that's how he scared the living bejesus out of his own audience. And look, he knows what suckers they are. That's why he sells a brain supplement. Think about it, guys. He sells a brain supplement saying, look, you guys are obviously not smart enough. This is gonna help you be smarter. And they go, well, that's definitely true. Let me try this, right? That's one of his best sellers. And that one makes sense to me, but
I mean, look, the thing that I always talk about how like you're naive, Cenk, in the context of like thinking the Democrats are ever gonna do anything. But let me now be self-deprecating because this is where I'm naive. It never ceases to shock me just how gullible, honestly, young men are when it comes to the programming that they consume from either Joe Rogan's podcast or Alex Jones's content. It's kind of amazing. Like today, I really upset steroid connoisseurs for calling out Hulk Hogan for being anti-vax when, come on, man, like really, you're anti-vax because you're worried about the possible side effects? Like, bro, come on. Like, and I brought up the steroid issue. And so many like Joe Rogan listeners were like, no, man, steroids are great, man. Super based, man. Super based. And it's like, what are you guys what have you guys seen what people who take steroids look like? No, not based. Actually, very bad, very, very bad. But it's like this, like, especially when it comes to the survival stuff or the supplements that supposedly make your junk bigger or your brain bigger or your muscles bigger. It's like this desperation to be as manly as possible. But I just want to tell, like, if any of you guys are listening to the show right now, I'm not judging. I'm trying to help you out. The sexiest thing is confidence and loving yourself for who you are. No one is turned on with like bloated steroid-induced muscles. Like we're not interested. You get it?
Yeah. I mean, look, I can go on and on. They're like, girls are not, or women are not impressed by, hey, I need to take supplements for my brain. They're not impressed with, hey, listen,
so
don't mind don't mind the giant head and the tiny testicles. It's because I thought I wasn't manly enough. These are not winning strategies. They just aren't. And so, look, there's nothing wrong with selling stuff. We do it too, right? But we sell like T-shirts and with political messages, and we sell coffee. But we don't tell you that too strong coffee is actually going to make you too strong. Like we're like, oh yeah, if you take this, then you'll be a real man. But if you don't drink too strong coffee, you could be weak. Right? Well, if you don't drink the too strong coffee, you're gonna die. That's what snake oil salesmen do. And Alex Jones is a classic snake oil salesman. He's also selling that thing that turns people blue, right?
Oh, yes.
The same thing Candace Owens is hawking.
Colloidal or something? Colloidal silver?
Colloidal silver. It literally it makes people look like Smurfs.
I know, it's amazing.
I'm not joking. People turn blue. And by the way, it's permanent. You can't undo it. And he says, oh my God, if you take the vaccine, you're gonna die. Don't take the vaccine, you're gonna die. Instead, turn yourself blue with colloidal silver and make me rich. And people believe it. That's because they haven't taken the brain supplement yet.
There is an upside to this story though, silver lining, if you will. I take a lot.
Silver lining.
I feel this intense amount of pleasure in knowing that despite all the money that Alex Jones is making from this grift, he just seems to be a miserable person overall. I mean, he's just a wreck, like always. He's always crying or like really upset about something, like sweaty tooth madman. And it's like, oh, I'm here for it. I love it. I want him to be miserable. He deserves it.
Yeah, look, they all feel inadequate, and
because they are.
Yeah, and if they weren't bad guys, I'd actually want to help them, right? I'd be like, hey, like you said earlier, no, you believe in yourself. You know, you don't have to buy into nonsense quick fixes, right? You're good enough, right? But since they do so much damage in the world, yeah, then I've got shotting for you. Oh, the brain supplement didn't work. You're still a dumbass. Who could have figured?
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.